Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Quivs here. Quivs does stuff. Very quickly heading on to a new video today because I wanted to face the Eye of Cthulhu. Didn't want to leave it hanging for too long because I was in the mood. I was also kind of prepping to try and make an Eye of Cthulhu tutorial, but I was having a real hard time finding weapons that were appropriate level. Like, I was using my high level hard mode character and trying to find an enchanted boomerang, because I've got one here, but I couldn't. So what I thought I'd do is... See, I don't know whether I'm really ready to take him on with a defense of 5, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. So what I thought I'd do is I'd advance this character further, and then at some point I will make a backup of this save and use this character, because at least I've got an enchanted boomerang. Or what I could also do is make a backup of this character, put the enchanted boomerang in a chest, bring my other character in. Actually, that would make much more sense, because my other character has lots of stuff, so, you know, he can make iron armor, and, you know, I can drop these weapons off, since they are level appropriate weapons for this early in the game, and around the time that you would normally face the Eye of Cthulhu. But anyway, so look, we've got 6 lenses there. I'm going to take them with me. We're going to go immediately over to the corruption, which I believe is this way, is the closest one. Desert, corruption. What about the other way? And we're going to make ourselves a suspicious looking eye, and tonight we are going to try the Eye of Cthulhu while underleveled. Well, not underleveled, undergeared. One could only describe this as undergeared. Cactus armor is not my recommended minimum, I would say. I mean, Eye of Cthulhu requires 200 health to spawn. I've got 100. Requires you to have a defense of at least 10. I have 5. And 3 NPCs? I think I've got the 3 NPCs. So that's sort of like the minimal that he'll naturally spawn at, and the reason for that is because that's sort of a level where you should be somewhat capable of dealing with him. I'm well below that. Oh, sorry. Coffee burp. I'm well below that, so it should be a bit of a challenge. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I'm going to give it a good old go. Yeah, enchanted boomerang is about the minimal. I prefer a ranged weapon. Enchanted boomerang is about the least I would say you could sort of get by with. A mace is pretty good if you can get hold of one of those. The yo-yo isn't bad, but it doesn't have the range that you kind of need. You might as well use a melee weapon at that kind of range. What else is there? I mean, you can fight him in melee, but if you have low defense and it's early in the game, it's not really recommended. You only get one go at a health potion during the course of that fight, really. It tends to be over before you can use another one. Maybe not, maybe. It kind of depends. I'm just going to go down here quickly because it looked like A, there was ores down there, and B, this looks like it might have a chest. No, not that lucky. Oh well. And yeah, there's some ore, but it's tin, so I don't really care. But yeah, it's hard to get the B-roll for a tutorial of that nature without having the right items, and due to the randomness of Terraria, I'm not aware if there's a console or anything where I could just cheat in the right items and sort of make something, but yeah, what I'll probably end up doing is using my... Do I want to use my high-level character? The problem with the high-level character is it's a high-level character. It's also got like 300 hit points or something. I don't remember exactly, but... yeah, so... I want to make the tutorial. I've sort of... I made one... I said in the last video, I kind of made one way back when I first started this channel. And I don't speak or anything. It's just a description in the underneath the video and a video of me actually doing it. But yeah, something that's actually a guided... Oh yes, the whole point of this was to go down, wasn't it? Hard to do when one doesn't yet have a hook or slingshot of any description. Slingshot? Hookshot. There we go, that's how we solve that. Ah! Oh, go away. Getting caught without a weapon equipped. Typical way to die in Terraria. Even something that you can kill. You've just got the wrong thing in your hand at the time. And that'll get you killed. Alright, but we do have enough to craft my first suspicious looking eye, so we'll do that and we'll get out of here. Because that's all I went there for anyway. Alright, so now we've basically got little to do except wait for night. I'll put the suspicious looking eye there because I don't want to accidentally recall during the course of the fight. I've done that more than once. Arena is all prepped and ready. 3 levels is enough. 4 is a bit better, but 3 levels is enough. It is about midday right now. Let's have a look at the map. What else have we got? We've been all the way down that and it didn't go very far. Could dig into some of these off passages, but we won't bother. We'll go and have a look at this one instead. Got something stuck in my throat as well. Might have one of those ulcers or sores that you sometimes get right at the back of your throat and you keep swallowing and clearing your throat, but there's nothing there that's actually going to come out. It's very annoying. Anyway. Much ado about nothing. Let's see what we find down here. Maybe something good. Gills potion. No, that's for swimming underwater. Breathing underwater, that is. Cash. What's that over there? That's nothing. Ah, one of these little houses. These are good. There's almost always something in them. I mean, there's always something in them, but something good in them. Another recall potion, a mining potion. One of the paintings, if you're into that. A statue. I always take the statues. It's what are they called again? Not a barrel, let's grab it and find out. A keg, that's the one. A magic mirror, perfect. Lead bars, that's also pretty good. I didn't realize lead was actually better than iron. A full set of lead armor is 2 more defense than iron, that's pretty good. And weird, because lead is an incredibly soft metal. Is that another one? It is. Sweet. Might actually be finding some good stuff here. Free anvil if I'd needed it. I don't, but 2 of them even. Kind of cool. Paintings, nothing special about that. Let's see what's in the chest. Hey, Hermes boots. That's excellent, excellent, excellent. That's a really, really, really great start to the game. Hermes boots. Oh, what? Oh, that was my shackle. So, okay, no double jump or anything yet. Obviously, because it's Hermes boots, but, you know, they are a prerequisite for all the good boots that you can make later. You need the Hermes boots to combine with all the other boots and jumping items that you might later get. I'm going to dig down into this passage just because. Might be be something else good down here. I still haven't found a single heart yet. Be nice to get a couple of those. Maybe one or two to sort of be somewhat appropriate. Seagull statue, cool. Ah, a third one. This is insane. Gonna get even more cool stuff. Alright. Be really good. Really good would be awesome. Ah. Oh, the shoe spikes. I've already got the climbing claws, so that's pretty good. I will equip them both, because why not at the moment. And an extractinator. Extractinators are good as well. Alright, look, that's pretty amazing. I'm gonna go home, because it's getting near tonight, and I've just collected a heap of cool stuff for little to no effort. Miscellaneous placeables, gargoyle statue, a keg, some chests, pot statue, iron anvils. Extractinator we'll put out later when we actually need it. Good bunch of bombs, that's pretty good as well. Potions and stuff. Well, we don't need recall potions anymore. Gills, mining, blinkroot, and blinkroot seeds definitely go in there. Bombs, more of a weapon, so we put that in there. Oh, missed a potion. What's that? Regeneration. That's pretty good. And cash. Cash goes in miscellaneous for now. So yeah, it's just a good idea to do this until you've got a piggy bank. Just not dropping your money is desirable. Right, well, it's getting dark. It'll be a little bit. But we'll be taking on the Eye of Cthulhu with nothing but an enchanted boomerang and cactus armor. I did get more. 29. Oh, no. 20. That's not even enough for a piece of armor, is it? Maybe the helmet? Yeah, enough for just the helmet. Which is 3 defense, which is more than I've got. And is still going to be more than the set bonus. It's very, very tempting. But I could skip over that entirely and go the tungsten route. What can I make in the way of tungsten armor? All of them, each piece. 5 defense over my 1 with a set bonus of 1. That's going to be 3 more than I would have for. So I'd lose 2, gain 4, so that's net gain of 2, 3. That's only a net gain of 1. So this net gain of 3 is going to be best. So I'm actually going to put that on. Break my set bonus, but now I've got a piece of tungsten. A tungsten chest plate. Shop. Sell him that because that is worth money. Oops. Right. So now I have a total defense of 8. I have both kinds of climbing claws, which is pretty good. Hermes boots, which isn't going to do much for me in this fight. Flippers, which aren't going to do much in this fight. Yeah, so only really the climbing claws and the shackle are going to do anything. The shackle gives me the 1 defense. Melee speed isn't going to help me. Melee speed. Plus 2% damage is barely going to make a difference. Plus 4% movement speed is barely going to make a difference. Right. Am I comfortable with just 3 layers? So I want a 4th layer. I kind of want a 4th layer. You can get away without it, but I kind of want it. Alright, there we are. It's night. It would behoove me to start this as early into the night as possible. Because, oh, Jesus. That's never going to help. Because with nothing but a boomerang, it might take me most of the night to finish this. But I do kind of want this 4th layer, so I'm going to just add this before I begin. Finch summoned. I'm also going to try and leave that heart there, because that might come in handy. Wait for my hit points to recharge. Oh jeez. A whole plethora of... Whoops, that was badly aimed. Plethora of zombies have turned up on the edge of the platform, because apparently this is big enough. Alright, let's begin. Wish me luck. I must be crazy. Oops. Didn't get under him. Go, little birdie. Work hard. Do it. You can do it. Nope, didn't get under him again. Still alright for health, so let's not panic just yet. Oh, only done less than 400 damage so far. Oh no, that's not great. Okay, we've still got plenty of health. Yep, 81, that's fine. We've knocked off about a fifth of Eye of Cthulhu's health so far. Oh, that's not going so great. I'm still keeping my eye on that one little heart that I've got sitting down there just in case I need it, but now I've got another one over here. I'm going to grab that one now. Oh dear, I've got myself cornered. Yeah, you don't want to accidentally fall out of the arena. That would be the worst. Nope. Yep. Bad thing about the boomerang is if you miss, you have to wait for it to come all the way back, and that can take a really long time. Alright, nearly halfway. What's half of 2800? 1400, right? We're at 16 now. Oh dear, that's not good. Alright, and now zombies spawn. Definitely didn't want that. I'm going to grab the health now. Because, yeah, that's now taken the attention of my Finch. So I have to get rid of this zombie real quick. Yeah, so that's sort of the best way to deal with his charges, is to have him charge either directly up or down, if you can help it, and then simply move to the left or right. Okay, here we go, second phase. Oh, that wasn't ideal. Being able to get him to charge horizontally and then dodge either up or down is also very effective. Oh, didn't get down quick enough there. There we go, that's pretty good. Still haven't had to use a potion. Nearly there. That was perfect. Yep, definitely going to get him. That's pretty amazing. I would consider myself severely under-leveled for this. But it looks like we're going to do it. Hey! Eye of Cthulhu has been defeated. Corrupt seeds and a crapload of demonite ore. This early in the game. That is straight up amazing. So there you go. It is doable. I reckon I could have got away with that, wearing nothing but the cactus armor. So it's really all about the enchanted boomerang and your ability to dodge, which makes all the difference. Alright, demonite ore, can still turn that into bars, can't I? You just need shadow scales before you get anything good out of it. But I could make a malaise, which is a pretty good early game yo-yo. Light's Bane's very good. Much better than the 8 I've got now. And the War Axe of Night is excellent as well. Fisher of Souls is a pretty good early game fishing rod if you do a lot of fishing. The axe is good because it goes straight to 75% axe power. So I might take the axe because it's good, and the yo-yo because it's good. Put away my old yo-yo, sell this axe because it's just a copper axe and isn't very good or useful for anything. We'll hang up our trophy in the guides room because why not? Those kinds of seeds are not potion making seeds, so they don't go in the potions box like everything else would. Weapons, etc. Both kinds of arrows. Miscellaneous. Dump the cash. Well. Yeah, see, that's a bit better. Still not a great range, but it's much better than the wooden one I had before. Not to mention it's forceful. What's forceful? Plus 15% knockback is excellent. That's not a bad axe either, but we're not going to be using that as a weapon, so we won't worry about that. So, so our next thing that we'd actually want to do is the Eater of Worlds then. But it's going to be a little while. I'm not going to go over there in the dark. We'll go over there in daylight. So what I'm going to do right now is begin my elevator and see if there's anything good underneath my house. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But I mean, look, there's already some more lead ore. Which again, now I don't really need, because I think I'm going to go straight to the tungsten armor. And it's not really worth the lead pickaxe and stuff. So one of the other things you can do sort of from this point now that you know Eye of Cthulhu isn't going to spawn naturally and come and get you. You can go and break 2 of the shadow orbs, or if this was a Crimson World, the Crimson Orbs or Blood Orbs or whatever they're called. You can go and break just 2 of them, which won't summon the boss, and will perhaps give you a decent weapon. You might get something good. You're almost certainly going to get at least a musket. Probably, which again I don't use. I've mentioned many a time I don't like things with ammo. You might get... Oh, I don't actually know what else you can get out of the shadow. The corruption, sorry. You probably get a light pet, which has its advantages. What else is there? Don't know what else drops from that. There might be a mace, a flail, that is. There might be... Ooh, Vilethorn? You could get Vilethorn. Vilethorn is excellent. One of the few weapons that can attack through walls. I really can't remember what else it's possible for those things to drop. But, yeah, those are, like, pretty good drops if you can get them. Alright, so this is like the most boring part of any Let's Play of Terraria, if you're going to have a solid Let's Play of Terraria. I could edit this and put it in fast forward mode, but that's not something I wanted to do. But this is always the most boring part of Terraria, is watching someone dig a hole. But it is essential. It's an essential part of the gameplay. Well, it's not essential, I guess. You don't have to make a elevator like this. You could find a different way down to the bottom of the map if you were so inclined. But this is the simplest way. This is the way most people do it. It also helps later when you get to hard mode. You can use your elevator as sort of a dividing point in the world, and so corruption and hallow cannot spread past. It's not hugely effective because it only stops it from spreading around your house or past your house, which may not really be enough. But you know, it's a barrier that you would have already prepared simply because you needed the elevator to reach the bottom of the world. To reach hell, the under layer, can never remember what all these different biomes are called. All of them have their own special name, and I can never remember what half of them are. Replant my trees. So that was another cool one that I discovered is new. At least I'm pretty sure it's new because I hadn't seen it, but you can get gem trees. So you can take gemstones, so a sapphire, ruby, diamonds, etc., etc. An apricot, nice. That's another new one. Occasionally trees will drop fruit. You can get gems, and you can combine them with acorns to make gem acorns, which can then be planted in the underground layer, the cavern layer, the underground layer, one of them. And that will grow new gem trees, which will have the chance of dropping more gems, as well as stone. Now, if you haven't got enough gems and you make one gem tree from one gem acorn and you use it and it doesn't drop any more gems, you're going to feel ripped off. Because that can happen. The tree doesn't have to drop any gems. But it might, and it probably will. But yeah, it's a great way to multiply gems. So like if you find one diamond, you can turn that into enough diamond for a diamond staff. Simply by persevering with gem trees. So that is kind of cool. It's a small addition to the game, but a very welcome one. Also useful if you want to do like I think it's PvP, but the thing where you've got to make the different colored gems so you can join different teams and have I don't know what the purpose of it is. There's some sort of purpose. It's like capture the flag or something that you can play. I don't know. Golf is another new addition. I haven't played golf yet. I've got the golfer in my main world, my other character and game. But I haven't played any golf yet. It's kind of cool. Again, some of the things that they've added, a lot of the things that they've added, let's not beat around the bush. A lot of the stuff is just, that was added was vanity stuff or, what's the right word? Distractions. So golf's not essential to the game, it's a distraction. It's something to do when you're feeling a bit bored and it's like, well, let's do something other than progress the actual game. We'll stop and have a game of golf. This is just all tin. Looks like it's just all tin. Yeah, I don't care enough, not for tin. Alright, how far down are we? Not very. Can sort of see on the minimap. Is that a space below me? It looks like there's a space opening up below me. We'll see if there's anything good in that. And then we'll go and start looking into preparing the corruption. So yeah, not only will I be going into the corruption to break the first few whatchamacallits, the first few, that was a bit disappointing. Quicker than walking and building a ramp up. Alright, so we're going to go into the corruption. We're going to somewhat prep the area to try and make it sort of more conducive to the boss battle we're going to have to fight in there, whether we like it or not, because eventually I'm going to have to break that third orb. Look at all the ladybugs. They're good fishing bait. Oh yes, I have to go over, don't I? Yeah, so while fighting the boss in his natural habitat is not the best, it's kind of hard, kind of dangerous. It is possible to do. I very much doubt I would survive the fight in my current gear. I said that about Eye of Cthulhu, but in this case I'm much more sure that no, this is too hard to take on in one tungsten breastplate, 2 pieces of cactus, and nothing better than an enchanted boomerang. Well, I suppose actually the forceful malaise is probably the best thing I've got. Still not very good. It's just not very good. It's really not at the level one would require. Oh, didn't bring any bombs with me. There's no point going over there without the bombs. So I need weapons, etc. Bombs. Convert at least some, if not all, why not all, into sticky bombs. Sticky bombs, because, yeah, getting bombs to land exactly where you need them is always a pain in the butt. So making them sticky just makes things easier. And all it cost me was some gel, so it's not like that's even, you know, a high price to pay or anything, so definitely worth it. Travel is now infinitely faster with the Hermes boots. I was about to say easier, but it doesn't really help that much, except maybe the occasional time when you jump in a big gap. You might be able to get enough of a run up to get enough speed to jump a big gap that you would otherwise have to build across. Very annoying, the old vulture. Let's see how we go with malaise. That's a pretty powerful weapon. Oh yeah, much better. It's easier than the boomerang, that's for sure. Slightly shorter range, but enhanced precision and rapid fire, I guess you'd say, since the yo-yo bounces off things and then returns to where your mouse pointer is. Oops. Why did I go down there? I should have gone across. That's weird. Oh well. Yeah, climbing claws does make some parts of this a little easier. Being able to stick to walls has its advantages. Might even help when climbing down into the corruption. Yeah, see, that's substantially simpler. So the Eye of Cthulhu, one of the good things is once you've beaten him, he won't naturally spawn. The Destroyer of Worlds, not the same thing. So there's no point making an artificial arena and summoning him someplace easy and killing him there and then... Oh wait, I'm supposed to go down. Oh no, wait. This isn't where I go down a little bit further on. Because he's going to get summoned every time you break 3 of the shadow orbs anyway. So, you know, you're really not going to get any benefit from summoning him early. You might be able to get together better equipment for the actual fight. That's quite possible. You could be, you know, several levels of equipment, or the kind of equipment that he normally grants you, ahead of where you should otherwise be. So I guess there's that. But even that's not guaranteed, so yeah, don't count on it. Why didn't I stick to the wall? Oh well. That's too high. There we go. So another thing you want to do is consider which are going to be the best orbs for you to break, and which orb is going to be the best orb for you to break last, just before you summon him. You want that to be one that's sort of close to an area that you've prepped, so that you can get to it without getting massacred even before you've actually reached your prepared arena. Because that's never ideal. If you've spent all that time preparing and then you just immediately get whopped because you didn't even make it to your arena. You can see some of my earlier pre-Journey's End Terraria Let's Plays where I get stomped by the Eye of Cthulhu even though I have a prepped arena because I can't get back to my arena in time to actually use it when he spawns. Wow, this one's pretty deep. Like that orb would be a horrible, horrible orb to try and use. That would just be a really, really bad idea. This one's not horrible. I'm considering making that the last orb I use. Once again, caught without my weapon ready because I was too busy pacing platforms. I consider the corruption easier than the crimson. The crimson, in my opinion, is much harder. The face monsters are tougher than almost anything else, anything you face in the corruption, as well as the what are they called? Blood creepers? The blood creepers. Their ability to crawl along the wall is better than the ponderous floating that you get out of the Devourers and Eaters of Souls. Devourers? No, Devourer's the worm. What's the other one called? It'd be better, 'cause I'm less likely to fall. Eater of Souls. Can't remember what the little one's called. Oh, the little one equivalent of that. There he is. Eater of Souls. Eater of Souls. Oh, okay. They just come in two sizes, but they're both Eater of Souls. I wasn't aware of that. I thought they actually had different names. Yeah, not really finding anything good, despite having walked basically across almost this entire corruption now. Oops. Hey, water chest. That's kind of convenient. Another set of flippers. +4 defense. That's a lot. Definitely going to wear that. Alright. And again, this one is not a very ideal orb to be last. It's not a bad one to choose as an early first one, though, that being said. I didn't go down that other hole. I should go back and go down that other hole and see what's down there, just in case there's anything good. Alright, this is technically blocked off, but throw a bomb at that and we'll go through there and see what there is in a minute. Oops. Oh dear. Wow, where did all these guys come from? Where is my Finch? What is he doing? Ancient Shadow Helmet. Sweet. Can't remember how many ancient armor pieces can drop. I think it's all of them. But a free Shadow Helmet is not to be underestimated. What's the defense on that? 6! Yeah, okay, now I was saying I'm a bit under-geared, but With the +4 defense... No, I probably still don't have an appropriate weapon unless I get lucky and a Vile Thorn drops. Still, that's a big, fast improvement there. Oh dear, that was not ideal. It's like half my hit points in a single fall. So why did you just drop into the unknown then? Any viewers would say, because I'm lazy. So I know what the right thing to do is. Actually doing it is an entirely another story. Alright. I've got to go a little bit further over because I'm still not sure what's... Oh man. Am I going to run out of platforms? No, I've got plenty of wood. Cool. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm still not sure what the best shadow orbs are going to be to attack. I'm still not sure... whether there's going to be a bunch of really good ones, which ones are going to be the safest to collect. Yeah. Reasons. I have reasons why I haven't broken even one orb yet. Oh, I've already got bombs on my thing. Cool. Oh, that's not where I wanted it. Nor is that. I can probably get through with that, though. It gives me an Eater of Souls banner. It's tempting to place that banner. Can I get through? I can't. Good. That'll do then. It's not where I wanted those bombs to go, but it still achieved the same result, so let's not complain too loudly. Right, that is about the end of this area. I really don't think it's worth going all the way through there for that Crimtane ore. Shadow? Demonite? I forget what it's called. Alright, so now we go and we look around for the worst shadow orbs. That one's pretty crap, that one's pretty crap. All the ones at the bottom of the things. Oh, I didn't go down there. Better go back and go down there. There's the Devourer. Oh, can hear another one. Ow. Didn't quite get him. Wormtooth. I don't know what those are for either. Alright, so we didn't go down here. Let's go down here and see what there is. And then we'll pick two of the crappest placed... the worst placed orbs. Get them out of the way and see if we get a good weapon. And if we do, we might immediately... Uh-oh, gonna get hurt again. No, still made it. Didn't die. Cool. We might immediately... Oh no, now I'm dead. Great. Yeah, that was far from ideal. But, hey, Ancient Shadow Helm. Definitely wear that. Defense of 17 already. That's exceptional for this early in the game. Well, I say that, but, I mean, we're getting pretty close to... It's not worth saving a cactus helmet. You can always make more. It's not worth saving those because you can't put... They're not very effective here. Ebon Stone Block goes in placeables. It's just not highly likely that one would have this level before the Eater of Worlds. After the Eater of Worlds, it is highly likely. Look at that background. Are those supposed to be like floating lanterns or something? Oh, these lanterns are in celebration of that. I did not know that. I've seen the lanterns before. I didn't know what they represented. So they are just... Oh, wait, that didn't work. They are just because you beat the Eye of Cthulhu last night. So that's pretty cool. Again, nice little additions to the game. Nothing major. They don't entirely, you know, change your world, but they change your experience a little bit by just adding these little bits and pieces of niceties that make it different and enjoyable again for the first time in a long time. It's not like an entirely new game, but it is an improvement on the old one. Yeah. There aren't that many companies that do a really, really good job with their games, but I have to admit Terraria is one of the ones where I can only say no, they've done a fantastic job, because I don't even know if they can be making that much money. They can't be selling that many more copies of the game. I would imagine that they'd make more money off the merchandising, so, you know, selling Terraria t-shirts, and I don't know if they've got pop figures, but there might be pop figures. Plus 1% damage, no, it's not worth it. Than they would be from actually selling copies of the game. And you've got to imagine that there'd be a Terraria 2 at some point, but, you know, they've just dropped a massive expansion for 1 instead. Do they even make anything else? I've never actually looked it up. Do they have any other intellectual property besides Terraria? It'd be nice to think that they did. Wow, that's a lot of stars. In a very short time there. Convert those into magic soon. Alright. So, gotta not fall down that big hole I fell down. Got to break orbs. Break our first few orbs and see what comes of it. Don't actually need a torch there or anything, I'm just can't see and was like, I need some light. Give me some light. Aziz light! Aziz light is from the Fifth Elephant. Elephant? The Fifth Elephant is a Terry Pratchett novel. The Fifth Element is the Luc Besson movie. Starring Mila Jovovich, whatever her name is, of now mostly Resident Evil movie fame. Although she was, I believe, a supermodel before she did that. And then she decided she wanted to be an action hero star, and she's not amazing, but she's not bad. I've seen much worse women try to be action heroes. She's not... I don't know how to describe it. She's not the greatest action hero, but she's now been doing it so long that it's really believable. What's her name? The one girl from the Fast and the Furious franchise. She's more of an action hero. She's built like an action hero. She's more coordinated. Like when Mila throws a punch, it doesn't look like it'd hurt that much. Let me put it that way. That's very insulting, I know. I'm not going to pretend that that's not really insulting. But, you know, she just doesn't have the whole action hero look when she does things. Alright, there we go. I got all my money back. This is also a horrible, horrible orb. Look how deep it is. So, we're going to make this orb our first orb, I think. Just because it's in a terrible spot. So, should be 2 or 3 of these to get into that chamber. The 2 will do. Grab all the ebonstone blocks and things around here. A few spare glow sticks is nice. And I think you can just break these with any hammer, can't you? Yep. Nasty musket. That's what I was expecting, was a musket. And I don't think I got anything except that musket, which is really disappointing, but oh well, what are you going to do? now the long, laborious climb out of here. Yeah, Mila's good. She's a good actress. She's not the sort of actress where it's like, oh man, her delivery is terrible or anything like that. I just have less trouble believing that she could take on the nemesis. She's more like an unwilling hero rather than a willing one. But that's just my personal opinion. Yours might be different. Maybe you think she's the coolest action hero there has ever been. But yeah, I don't believe it. But she is excellent in the Fifth Element. But, I mean, in the Fifth Element, she's not a super action hero. She kind of is, but she's not the whole way, if you get my drift. Alright, let's open the map again quickly. Yeah, we're bottom of one of these other wells. So let's go down that one next and grab that instead. After I've dealt with this Eater of Souls that's trying to creep up on me. What's he carrying? He's definitely got something inside of him. Iron Skin Potion. Yeah, they can be really good when fighting bosses, I must admit. I tend to not remember to use potions and things of the like. But they can be excellent if you remember to use them. Alright. Now, bombs. This away. Kablam. And kablam. One more, because we didn't get all the way through. And that one actually broke the... what's-his-face as well. No, Shadow Orb, I believe that's just the light pet. So that's... a bit less than massively useful. Come on, buddy. Got him. Alright, so I'm a bit low on health, so I'm definitely going to want to wait for that to recharge a bit before I attempt to break a third orb. Right, so we got a light pet, so let's put that in our light pet slot. Anything else good? No. Where'd that musket go? Oh, there it is. Some of you might be big fans of the muskets and things like that. I'm just not. I've been told that actually it's really, really good for this fight, specifically. Like if you're going to fight the Eater of Worlds this early, it's actually a really good weapon to have. But yeah, it's not my cup of tea. So I'm going to skip it. And we'll try and do this more than likely with this yo-yo, which is probably also not the greatest, but yeah, you know. Was really hoping to get a Vilethorn. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong and the Vilethorn actually only drops from the Destroyer of Worlds. Eater of Worlds, Devourer of Worlds, whatever his name is, I forget. Alright, so the other thing is, if I go down here, I'm going to have to put a thing over it so I don't fall into it during the course of the fight. Or I could go in from the side, like down this angle. We might go in this way. Alright, so 2 boss fights today. One that we won, surprisingly easily. Another one that I'm expecting to lose. But I was expecting to lose the first one, so I guess we'll find out. Okay, I can't get in there yet, and if I throw anything at that, it's gonna blow that up. So I want to have a quick way out, so I can definitely get back to the surface real quickly before he appears. I want to have maxed out hit points before that happens, so I don't want to be hurt at all. And I'm going to have to just throw a bomb down there to both break the Shadow Orb and the... I can fall down that if I'm not careful as well. It's alright. We'll try and be careful. To break the shadow orb as well as the little piece of terrain that's preventing me from getting to the shadow orb. Alright. So, last bit. And so it begins. Oh, it didn't quite get the shadow orb. Cool. That's good. That's good then. So, here we go. Ah, and there's the ball of hurt. There's the weapon that's worth your while. And I don't have time to actually... Yeah, now I'm stuck underneath him. That's never good. That's not where you want to be. Because that's going to hurt a lot. What else is good here? Is this any good? No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm going to die. I'm just totally going to die because I got stuck somewhere. And yeah, this is far from an ideal position to be in. Time for a potion at least. Maybe I'll survive a little bit longer. I haven't even broken a piece off yet. Oh man, I keep getting stuck underneath him. You don't want to be stuck underneath him. It's like the worst place to be. I don't know what the best weapon for this is going to be. Don't think it's going to be this. Can I get the ball of hurt out in time? Probably not. That's going to get me killed. I'm nearly dead, and I do not have enough health. Ah. Oh well. Yeah, couldn't get my weapon onto my quick bar quick enough. But hey, we got a keen ball of hurt. That's worth a lot of melee damage, so that's pretty good. Also, we've now destroyed 3 shadow orbs, which means that tonight the first meteor will fall. So we can immediately go looking for that. That is definitely going to replace probably that boomerang. I don't reckon the boomerang's as useful as the ball of hurt is going to be from here on out. Didn't get any shadow scales, that's a shame. Would have been nice to have killed at least 1 or 2 pieces of him and maybe gotten some shadow scales out of the deal, but okay, it didn't happen. What are you going to do about it? Little to nothing. That goes in there. Iron skin potion goes in there. Bullets go there. Actually, I might walk around with the gun on me, so the... I don't have an NPC spot for him anyway. We won't do it now, we'll do it later. So that you can cause the weapons dealer, arms dealer, whatever his name is, to spawn. Right. What was I just talking about? Oh yes, so the meteor is going to spawn tonight. Now, I can go back and break 2 more orbs. So we might go straight back and break 2 more orbs and see if we get anything good. Then, we will use what little ebon stone we've acquired through that method to... We might even break another 3 orbs and have another go. Why not? I've got my ball of hurt now, which does a lot of damage. Although I don't actually know how much damage it does to him. It might be hard to actually hit him. Of course, if you're lucky and you can put it on the floor somewhere where he's going to walk through, then it could be really effective. I don't want to break that one, but I want to break these because it's raining, so I can get water leaf seeds. I don't want to attack water leaf in the desert unless it's raining, because otherwise you don't get seeds. And you want to be able to reproduce them. Now, alright. I hadn't actually looked at my timer. This has already been an hour. So, I was walking this way. I'm going to change my mind and go home. Because an hour is a good time, amount of time for a videos of this nature. So we won't go too much further for no good reason. I'm going to put these bombs away so I don't accidentally use them when I don't need to use them, don't want to use them yet. Alright guys, excuse me while I clear my throat. So that'll do it for today. Thank you again very much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, you can hit that like button. If you'd like to see more of my content, you can hit that subscribe button, which makes it nice and easy to find the channel, and you can hit the notification button, the bell icon, if you'd like to get notifications when I upload a new video. If you didn't like this video, you can hit that dislike button, that's what it's for. But if you do, I really would appreciate if you could also leave me a comment, let me know what it was about the video you didn't like. Helps me to get better and keep things improving in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.